for SHS for womako PM ewo school because of so high I was almost children yeah adwuma ko a wo mo ayo mo adwuma se one be making sure say nkoda a bit me actual exams no one be supervise you one be making sure say invigilators the various center even examinations here yeah true impo no say a WASSCE exam say a localized one and I say across West Africa and one some protocols are in place to ensure say nkra one more who ban bono when it comes to examinations almost kwakotro no and one ensensem na ye no and one common ye no sir and Kodana the usual examination hall even say all the children are in one room and no one ye could use for the examinations and I sent to you now why for idea to talk and yendi edi hun komo enti anapeno. We are fortunate here in Saka Mrs. Agnes Kujo, or head of public affairs, Emma WAEC, and Mr. Godfred Ado, head school examinations administration department. Woman, our main chair, you know more AD and come via Zoom, and the also answers live on Facebook and Twitter, and you can follow the conversation there. But Mrs. Agnes Kujo, our main chair, or head of public affairs, our WAEC, or main chair, Mrs. Macho. Sorting in car, my high kakra. So, Auntie Agnes, good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Nyamiadom, I'm fine, thank you.
Yo, yeah, they are sick. Miss Adam, but sorting in car, my high kakra. But so much, you know. Aha. Miss Adam, good morning. Hello, Mr. Ado.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Chen.
Yeah, I hope you're doing well today, sir.
Yeah, I'm doing well.
Okay, right. I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking, sir. Let me ask: is your tree like that of Mrs. Kujo, or is like mine?
Oh, yours.
It's like mine. Okay, and now a drew Mrs. Kujo ha na fe no. Ya damo ede aba aye brofo kasa no. Enti mama fa shase aye Mr. Ado. Why are you saying?
Pacho had the boko. Nyamiadom, you know.
Yeah, that
COVID-19 fighting.
Sir. Na yenim se sisia no yenkoda no womako piemu ewo suku a womo ebobo revision any teaching activities ekoswa womo prepare womo for examinations in all these things. I know some was some more bobo mo monto to saying as the supervising agency no.
Okay, me that's it need the kind to say what my insako in say yembra na yembe yenu make komo efa secret. Sonia Wakano. In fact, you know, as a body, no, examining body, no, ya am ready. Ya to see any in a pepewa. Na Mufrano so Nyamiadom, I'm say a buy our modern ama PPC sanitizer, this Veronica buckets and other things. Some man the idea what they are buying. Into no, we did this senior to no when be no. What's a school exam? Not a buying didn't want to there. I don't think say you be not problem here.
Enti say enti 2 year egu akwemu na enti no any saying.
Any say senior die you know exam center hono. Yeah, the kind no face mask, no entry. You know, directive, you know, yeah, the abo. This is a one shanima, yema o enko them one control circuit.
Okay.
You better sure say, you must supervise a sure say, ube rosa, ube sanitize on sa, ube pass fine. And sana one set you na what them. At the same time, no, you per se nipa no sube be brave. Ewo room nano. I've been into the hall. No? You know, you better teach a woman, at least you ever want to observe social distancing before they are set and then they will enter. Now, so no, what them like I said, you better observe social distancing. 1 point already, no, yeah, 1.4 meters. You know, to say no, we get 1.5. nipa bebree or 30 no say you better also depending on distances. Fortunately, say first years and second years in this school, we have a lot of classrooms and halls to utilize.
All right, Mami Enfa Mrs. Kujo Mbunremum about Entutiana Mayenum in respect of the arrangements as you were giving us, because you're talking about the advantages now that the students, the first year and the second years are not on campus. Yes. You're going to have a lot more rooms to ensure, you observe the social distancing. Yes. But the question that comes up, Mrs. Kujo, has to do with invigilators. Do you have the numbers in terms of invigilators to ensure that if now you're going to spread them over, let's say, a class or a group that was going to occupy a room, and you are spreading them for maybe 3 classrooms, do you have the invigilators, the numbers?
Yes, thank you very much. We have enough invigilators for this examination. You know that it's a school exam, and because it's a school exam, the teachers in the school are the primary invigilators. They are the ones who invigilate the exam. So once we have enough teachers in the school, we have enough invigilators to invigilate the candidates, because in the past, it wasn't all teachers who were invigilating at a particular time. Our criteria is that you shouldn't let a teacher who is knowledgeable in the subject invigilate students who are taking a particular paper. So the schools will continue to adhere to that rule, and will have enough invigilators for the examination. So we shouldn't be worried about that at all.
All right. So prior to a major examination like this for either the GHS or the SHS, what are the processes you outline or roll out?
Well, the first thing is that we are getting our necessary examination material ready. You know that we need stationery for the examination, question papers, we need answer booklets, and then the pencils and other things that the students would use. So everything has been done. You know, this exam was have taken place as far back as April. So even before COVID came in and we had to reschedule or postpone the examination, we had already done about 90% of the work. So we are just continuing with the little bit that's left. So all our question papers are ready. We have our stationery ready very soon. Mr. Ado and his team will start briefing our supervisors and invigilators, and we'll also go on to brief our staff who would be involved in the examination. Because of the COVID and the protocols that have been put in place, the briefing sessions will be a bit different. The information I will give to the supervisors, invigilators, inspectors, depot keepers, and all officers who are connected with the examination will be different this time around. But I'll say that everything is ready. Candidates are also in school, and we expect the school authorities also to brief them, to let them know about the rules and regulations for the conduct of the examination. So WAEC is ready to conduct the exam on the 3rd of August.
Now, obviously, the COVID would have impacted on you as an institution. Give us an idea. How has it impacted on you?
Well, like everyone else, we all have to go around in face masks, but I'll say that, well, if we have to do that to curb the spread of the disease, that is fine with us. We are maintaining our social distancing policies and the social distancing that has been advised by government and the health authorities. So we are also doing that. But in terms of the nature of our work, what the COVID has, we have not been able to do is, we normally go to schools to gather the candidates round, to sensitize them prior to the conduct of the exam. And we were just, some of our branch offices had already started that exercise before the president came out with his first address. So we had to halt all proceedings on that. So we have not been able to interact with the candidates on a one-on-one basis as we used to do. But then we are making use of social media, because we know that that is the in thing now. So we are making use of social media to educate our stakeholders, candidates, and the general public. So we are making use of that. And then very soon we'll be rolling out a program also on social media to get our stakeholders closer to us. So I'll say that apart from the face-to-face interaction that we used to have, that we are not able to do now, we are still employing other means to be able to get our message across.
All right, my member, Mr. Adu Honum na the examination proper and to tria modiegu akwemo because Mrs. Kujo Kasana or say this examination should have happened maybe somewhere in April or so. Now I'm Bastronom, meaning sir Sisianum over printed questions, over stationery, over toning. I know sir prices of some commodities went up as a result of COVID-19. One more suppliers are Abia goose and almost as a result of lockdown into Abia goose nibi entimi amba on time new encroneba. COVID-19 impact in that direction to say Mr. Ado.
That's it. Send me a Mrs. Kujo Kayano. I rate that and not kind about 90%. It's not any idea of any to Yama print papers. Fufubia Bema ya kope sikabia stationary, ya package that question papers the same thing. It's no any idea any impact bia never year or half a more invigilators are get the background.
Now, as I okay, some more printing, more exams questions already, brings in a conversation and a penny having about examination leaks a coso. Because if since about 3 months or so, more have been that prepared in terms of your questions you were going to use for the examinations. Now, maybe say in terms of the security of these exams papers, at the same
security, a problem. Say young strong groups now well fortified. We have a 24-hour guard. We have the police. We have other security agencies. And from time to time, we visit those places. I say the security part. I see I lock and backs. I don't think that your problem with that. To our question papers and there, is secure. It is stationary, right? Secure.
We get these assurances from WAEC over the years. Assurances, so there'll be no leak, But we have had instances where with all the security and the protocols in place, we got to hear, papers need to be leaky. I'm at WAEC for the new set of questions now. The students, over the years, leaks are abano. Where has been the source of the leaks? Per more investigations and more, if we about.
Well, sir, as someone can say leaks, minimum they mean say a idea ache. Currently, we don't have that thing. No, we're talking about this rogue website, Saba. What did you Sikania day and everyone question. At the end of the day, most of them, or they even go for past questions. You know what they have to platform also. Now, I'm afraid I could see 6,000, 5,000. Now, why? And we have another problem, Swan. I'm kind of want the paper not starting. Then some the public will be at the one phone, no one can pay. No what they call. I want to know their social media. To be one, because I didn't cry the upper system the data. Meanwhile, pardon, and now a beer, Nipano, fast. Maybe I says, why say now, say they don't. Or trap channel and all the tools. On to be who outside no one, but Phil say the idea I know system no graduate and sana so then sanity. Into her leaks the slow. We don't have anything like that. Apart from Niama Makachori, everyone area how it's here. Now so we are prepared to deal with all those things.
Mamenko Auntie Agnes ho na Mimbisanum. A very important question. Auntie, what examinations are these students going to write? What are they going to write?
The students are going to write the West African Senior School Certificate Examination, what is popularly called WASSCE. That's what the candidates are going to write.
So is it across the sub-region, or it's only Ghana that is writing the exams?
Information I'm gathering is that other member countries will also be taking the examination alongside Ghana.
Can you give us an idea? When we talk about, the WASSCE exams, how many countries does it cover?
WAEC is in 5 member countries. So we are in Ghana, the Gambia, Nigeria, Liberia, and Sierra Leone. So it cuts across all these member countries, yes.
So what are the Nigerians, Gambians, Liberians, and Sierra Leoneans telling you now in terms of their capacity to allow for students to write? So we have that universal examination that we always do.
Like I stated earlier, they have indicated their readiness also to take the examination. I think that the conversation started with Ghana. We said we were ready to collaborate with our government to write the examination, even if the other member countries were not ready. So we initiated the process, and alongside, I think that most of them also felt that, they could also come in and join and also let the candidates take the examination. So the information that I have is that all the other member countries are ready, and they are also getting ready to write the WASSCE. And even if Ghana were going to write the examination on our own, it's an international exam. So whether it was then only Ghana candidates or other 1 or 2 member countries joined in, that would not have changed the international nature of the examination. Once it is an examination that we have all the other inputs and we have international components coming in, that makes it the WASSCE. So it's unlike the SSSC, where it was a national exam where we had only our national officers compiling, coordinating, and then doing all other things related to the examination. So then that was the SSSC, which we stopped writing as far back as 2006. Now we are taking the WASSCE, and we are taking the WASSCE, and it is an international exam that all the member countries are involved in.
So let's work with some hypothetical, situations. You say that if Ghana decides to write this alone, and then the other 4 countries do not come on board, it will still have that international status. Would that mean that a student who writes an exams and then passes and decides to want to go for university education in Nigeria or, let's say, Sierra Leone, that certificate will be accepted by these countries who opted out not to write?
Yes, our certificates are internationally recognized. Whether you are writing the SSSC, which was on the past, or the WASSCE, I don't think you want to say that when candidates were taking the senior school certificate examination, their certificates were not recognized. So it doesn't matter whether you took the senior school certificate examination or you are taking the West African Senior School Certificate exam. It will be internationally recognized, whether in Africa or internationally, in Europe or in the USA or wherever. So the examination is the WASSCE. And like I tried to explain to you earlier, whether it had been only Ghana taking the examination in August, candidates who sat for the examination would still have sat for the West African Senior School Certificate exam.
Now, what does it mean for us as a nation that an examination which was supposed to have taken place in April, we are now going to write it, let's say now? What does it mean for our academic system?
Well, I think we all know that we are not in normal times. This is the period that, as a result of COVID, that we are going to take the examination. So we are taking the examination from August, and we are ending in the first week of September. After that, the marking process will start, And then I don't have the date for the release of results available, but the results will be released. And then I believe the tertiary institutions will also have their timetable as to when they are going to do admissions and all that. I cannot speak to that for now.
How many students are writing these examinations, if you do have the numbers?
For the WASSCE, we have 375,737 candidates from 976 schools who will be taking the examination.
Okay. All right. Now, let me shift quickly to Mr. Ado and then be back to you, Auntie Agnes. At least you see a fair idea, because these were questions that were bothering the minds of people. My younger was did a technical bit of the conversation. No? In terms of compliance to COVID-19 protocols, no, and with the various institutions.
In fact, senior media kind already know abino out supply of Finyamano. It's you hold briefing for supervisors around the 13th, from 13th to 17th of this month. That's in about a week or 2 weeks time. Now, Nyama, as I said, wash it. You know, say we'll free enter, we'll be search, we'll be sanitize you, and all those other things. In fact, invigilators and supervisors, we're trying to see, say, with me at all, hand gloves, in hand gloves, now the eye conducted search. It's a very briefing. Even them one pencil and pencils, we are going to advise them not to exchange with any other person. Now, always at all times, so we'll sure say we'll be sanitize on sana one super invigilators before the question paper and I say answer booklet when ma apufrano. So we're sure say we show gloves our sanitize on sanya. So these are some of the things.
Per examination center, according to Moplatinum, examination center be ever students are here.
It depending on, this is a school exam, it depending on NIPA award school. So we're 1,000, the school, we're 50 graduates are into once I had the one for joining at most clinics, the private schools, you had the one for joining other schools. And as in a government school, as a number, you the one for school as soon or enough or more candidates. Now, one so that in future, when the number increases, then they go back to their school. It depends on the number of candidates at a particular institution. Unlike the private candidates exam, maybe I say 300 or center, maybe 300 or 200.
The reason why maybe Sasa question where you say, and they say, you know, you perceive who say, hey, be a school, be say be a students or only 300.
Yes.
Now, usually in community, no more use to common examination center, Krampuna. See, I know what the advantage of other classrooms. Exactly. And see, I am expecting to know, say, per classroom, be university students are here out of that 300. No.
Okay. Yeah. Plan. I say you go to a city about 25 or 27 in each class instead of the normal 30. No.
Instead of the normal 30, no.
Exactly, 30 now, yeah, but that one, but the distance, you know, 1.4 into any 1.5 or 1.6 or something. At least you will too comfortable, you will too much city about 25 or 27 in the class.
Sir, information about the various schools and the candidates who will be sitting now. I am presuming that the various heads of the institutions, you know, would make them available to more and more WAEC. You know?
Yes.
At the moment, do you have that information?
Information there, one here, one.
Okay. And in that respect, you know, more invigilators are more used to. I know under most circumstances, you know, and maybe more numbers are more used to. Additions are for because of the new classrooms to comply with social distancing. No numbers, no increments. Not saying for invigilators.
Oh, for invigilators, you know, well, it depends on the number of students at actual exam. So we have sat down and we've asked the schools, and which we are even going to do again, repeat during briefing. You know, say one you know, the number of vigilators are what the program. But usually, apart from the core subjects, we don't need invigilators be brave. Yeah.
Okay.
Apart from the core subjects, we don't need to be a school or only now between invigilating. Most of them, I hear what they are about school. Most of the teachers are invigilating. To those who are not invigilating will come on board. Now, any will be because then I make an numbers, and said I'm so sad.
Training for invigilators, I shall say that the NASA fin never shall see.
But there be a penny rubbish, shall say.
I think that mobile
13th, yes, you will start by 13th July. The penny rubbish one, then where they will meet. And because of wrong numbers and you have a stagger, you be a sessions in the day, you be to my be 47 in the morning or 40 in the morning. In the afternoon, we do another one. So you be our 108 at the same time. In all, to observe the social distancing.
At the end, call a year invigilators in TTM. At the end, what goes into it?
Oh, you're trying 1 year, them one in your SSL way. So we say, that's what the phone call exam center or and say we are ujina abufraso time or retro paper. Oh, didn't say obeko now the question paper no amanipa no over one answer booklet and that kind of thing. One can say we be up super paper, one copy and that kind of thing. But to me ujina some of the things are no discuss it. Now, before that, after that, even if you don't know, now one can sound the phone call nature. I don't see a different thing altogether.
As the invigilator now?
Yes. You will call na your report to Director General.
But patrol, invigilators, secretary and some woman.
Oh, yes.
Mutio
and some woman. Be a friend
refreshment. This is obviously it will go into your budget and more prepared.
Exactly.
Beginning of the year, no. Impact in terms of more budget and how COVID-19 has come to change the dynamics.
Yeah, certainly kind of assume, but well, a buying and so everything how best I will be to me
All right. Now, Yanko, as I call Antiagihono, Yanko issues to do with the schools are one class of teachers acting as invigilators. I know, so you made the point earlier, said maths teacher ain't me and supervise maths examinations. And the English teacher and a Bible supervise maths examination. But I have had situations we have had they say, oh, schools need to be on map because of their reputation, because of one more brand on some building it, some of the teachers compromise to allow for copying and now work on once and some I know some and I'm on to say
in fact, sir, intensity. Now before I started with Yasen, we're supposed to collect from the schools teachers on Dibia and near watcher and near into what the invigilation timetable by yesterday. Say Obi handles our subject now or invigilator no one subject. We don't allow. Now school says see yes true information because we are not the new teachers who are chair maths and biology. But definitely you be to me information through our underground or friend the investigators. It's immediately will hand you over to the police and then to the Director General. So we'll deal with you. You will write to you, say because of this and that, and the head will be held responsible because unim say ni pay and say or invigilate on paper. And so ni the answer and now why and now simply na teacher na any others na you could be and one because it's idea. In fact, it's criminal. It's no deal with you.
All right. My main call Antiagio na menino ma bakumi no be inferior. At the point about the kind of preparations students would have to go through before they sit for the examinations, and the fact that you talk to them and you counsel them. At this point, when COVID-19 is here, how are you intending to approach that aspect of your business?
I think I have mentioned earlier that we are relying on the use of social media, and we are also we also asked the heads of the various institutions also to brief the students. We have some materials, some posters and other things that we are sending to the schools also to enable them know what is expected of them before, during, and after the conduct of the examination. And let me add one thing to what Mr. Ado spoke about the COVID protocols. You know that normally when it is time for an examination and the bell is rung or it's getting to the time, the students rush and then they crowd around the examination or they all want to enter. One of the protocols that we have outlined is that entrance to the hall should be staggered so that even as they enter the hall, the supervisors and vigilators should make sure that the social distancing is strictly enforced. Even in the examination hall, after the paper has ended, you know, students, they all want to rush out. We have asked the supervisors and vigilators to ensure that the exit from the hall is also staggered so that they will not crowd together, so that we will we will not breach any of the COVID protocols. Now, and I want to say that Mr. Ado made mention about our government supporting us, and I want to say that we go to government and then we let them know, we let the government know about the logistics that we need at this time because of the situation which we are with respect to COVID-19, and government has fully supported us in every financial request that we made to the government of Ghana. We have received, and we are very, very grateful for that. So we don't have any problems when it gets to the financial support or the logistics that we need because of the challenging times in which we find ourselves.
You made the point about using social media to, you know, communicate to these students, but these are students on campus who would not have any phone sets or any computers to access the information. How then do you get to them?
Well, I mean, we still have some day students who are in school. We also have BEC candidates. So we also have teachers who have access to phones, and then when they get the information, they'll be able to relay it to them. So we believe that in whatever way, the students will be able to get the information that is needed. And you know that the schools have the directions to candidates, Mr. Ado's department and his staff. They have made all the necessary information available to the schools, you know, so the schools have information that they need to use to brief the students. So they'll be doing that. And in addition to that, we are also sending our posters of our do's and don'ts. We are giving them tips on passing the examination. And so we believe that the students will be adequately prepared. They'll be well informed even before they get into the examination.
Now, we've all sat for exams, you know, before, and the anxiety and the pensive mood sometimes students are in going to sit for an examination. I'm looking at the conversation from the point of view of you, the examiners. The anxiety has increased now because of the fear of COVID-19 on campus already. And then the staggering process, which is going to be used at the point of entry for the examination. All these things, what do you make of it in terms of the impact it has on the students and the ability to come out with flying colors?
I think, like I mentioned earlier, we are not in normal times. We all know that we are where we are at this time. So we would ask candidates, that even as much as they prepare for the examination during these times, they should not be overly anxious. They should, obey all instructions. they should get to the examination center on time, at least 30 minutes before the start of the paper. Even this time around, they should try and get to the examination center at least an hour to the time of the exam, so that the necessary searching and the admittance into the examination hall would be done in an orderly fashion, so that candidates will not be crowded at the entrance of the hall. We want to tell all candidates that this examination is, all the questions that they are getting is from their syllabuses. They should not be afraid, because there is nothing that is going to come that they have not learned or they have not been taught. So they should focus on their books, because when you learn, you will pass. Many of their candidates have written, many of their colleagues or their seniors or their siblings or their family members have written the examination in the past, and they have passed with flying colors. We always organize our distinction awards program every year, and we award candidates who excel in the examination to serve as a motivation to other candidates, so they can do it. So we'll just ask them to focus on their books. They should study hard, and then obey the protocols, go to the examination center in their face masks. Sit down where they are assigned tables where their index numbers will be written. Obey the instructions to start and stop work. Even when they are writing, they should ensure that their handwriting is legible, because our examiners cannot give marks for handwritings that they cannot read. They should do independent work in the examination hall. We all know that they have gone to school and this time because we want them to write the examination and pass and move on to the next stage. So this is not the time for them to engage in any examination malpractice that would lead to the cancellation of the results. Because whether we are in COVID or not, if you infringe any of our rules and your results have to be cancelled, definitely the rules would apply. So we'll ask that they shouldn't take any foreign material to the examination hall. They should do independent work. We don't want mobile phones in the examination hall. We want them to, they shouldn't seek help from their friends. Some of them will you go to the exam hall, somebody wants to ask his or her friend a question or something like that. They shouldn't do anything like that. They should not, when they haven't been asked to start work, they shouldn't start, and then they should obey instructions to stop work. And I believe that if they do all these things, they can pass their examinations without cheating. Mr. Ado has already spoken about the rogue websites. These are fraudsters who want to make monies out of candidates. So they always tell candidates, wait, we'll post questions on the websites for you to answer, and then before you get answers before you get to the exam hall. And you see it because of that, some of the students, when it's time for the paper, they'll be hanging around and lurking around waiting for some of these things. And so because of that, they are not able to focus on their books. This is not the time for that. They should rather focus on their books. It's better for you to get a C6 than to have your results cancelled.
Now, I couldn't help but notice the point you made about search that is going to be conducted on the students. How would you approach this when social distancing is what we've been preaching all this while?
Yes, if you have most of all boys have pockets in they all have pockets. So before they get to the examination, or they will all pull out their pockets. There are some of the schools where they don't even allow the students to come and write the examination in what we call, trainers or kambu or anything, because you wear your sandals so that you don't hide anything in your shoe or anything like that. So I believe that in these social distancing times, the candidates will be asked to do individual search where necessary. We have our vigilators, like Mr. Ado said, who gets gloves of them, so where they need to, they will do that. So I believe that we'll be able to search the candidates in these times. We are also, last year, we deployed the use of the scanners to be able to check the attendance of candidates' fingerprint scanners. So we'll be doing that as well. And we are asking all the vigilators that after every candidate's fingerprint is checked, we are doing that to check impersonation. The scanner will be cleaned with the hand sanitizers to make sure that we still observe the COVID protocol. So we'll be doing all that at the centers.
Is that to suggest you already have bio data of the students who are going to sit for the exams?
During the registration process, all that was done.
Okay, all right. Now, there's a question. Let me move to Mr. Ado briefly. Now, Mimbisano Bibi Kakra, Emfa Aye Insohena and Krano Ekwacho. Na timetable any a whole and some timetable whole some that saying.
Timetable is almost finalized. Now we are doing next week. By next week, by now, my timetable out.
All right, Mr. Ado, but one minute in the
yes.
Mr. Ado, but so much in my name, so what you know?
Okay.
Abba.
Yeah. You send me kind, by Monday or Tuesday timetable, no, I am ready. We are almost finished with everything.
Okay, all right. Me can't be kakra our website. More extend the registration, no. But your over team in church kakra
but your registration I want is telling you for private candidates and your school candidates exam.
For private candidates.
August, but your private candidates exam. You'll be so excited.
All right. Now me be about the state of mind of the students or more agricultural exams.
Yes.
And the quality of the results are about out in the long run. Because we are talking about Akoda, what's nefia ya train idea virtually. Yen issues about with the virtual system. Data, one NEB platforms are not in your any a never be brave. And could I be just a few weeks and I could school at the eco teacher for better contact one-on-one teaching. In the long run, do you expect that the results that will come out, be satisfactory per all these challenges that have bedeviled the process for the students?
Yeah, certainly Mrs. Kutokain. We are not in normal times. But then, expect some of our medium schools be brought has syllabuses. We and sana work free. We and sana lockdown. Now, I think until one weeks say one fan revise and one fan compete before the exam. Now, we did this as a friend is serious. Now we see how they are. And that will be a problem. Until they should concentrate on their books. Now, one guy upon what your channel.
These are the real issues, not the appropriate, but I mean, yes. I know of students. I've interviewed about 2 students one exam CB, and they told me the frustrations they had to go through. Virtual studies in the they couldn't get the data to follow the course. And it affects them in terms of one more addition. And short days on campus, output per the results about and maybe as examiners we say the same as much as I agree we are not in normal times.
Oh well, certainly I can see in normal times, it could be say, that problem will come. Say we don't have now be depend on you the individual. I do tell them they're spending about 11 weeks or so in school and some exam time now. Before any students, at least to me, how can I say we are not in normal times. In terms of psychologically and others, some of them are not prepared. But my first will use this opportunity. I want to school back. Now, even when I have past questions, CV, and they do revising, they keep on revising with the help of their teachers. I don't think the results will be bad.
We are not in normal times. Yaka are referencing not the normal times for the authorities manning these institutions. Yaka we are not in normal times for Enkodano Moka cultural exams. But WAEC for na Nkasano, so we are not in normal times. You know, more exams now, but the man Kodano Bano Ebejinasua and Asa Mobile who be Academy.
Oh, the patrol exam exam. But as a sorry. Into at least can't get the maintain. Certainly, why initially will be Mrs. Kujono. A certificate of recognizing international. It didn't to be lower standards.
Okay.
It is standard in the maintain.
Mame anko a anti-agio. Now, maybe some question about, you know, the coordination between the various heads of the various institutions, you know, in terms of COVID-19 compliance and semi-year. So, for instance, we know that we were told that most of these schools must have, you know, isolation centers. Most of these schools must have, you know, medical personnel there. So I could be show signs and symptoms. But in terms of examination, and Kasano, I did about to share and the war aquarium. Antagi, what are the plans in place in terms of, you know, maybe ambulances, maybe how do you call it, isolation centers, maybe medical officers who are supposed to be at post in case we experience anything in the course of the writing of the exams? Thank you very much. Tell you your microphone.
Like you mentioned earlier, the schools have been attached to various health centers. So all those things that have been done would still apply, because we have always been saying that this is a school examination. So we are examining the students in the school. So whatever protocols have been put in place will still be applied. So if a school has been attached to a health center at a particular place, definitely during the examination, any health issues that may happen will still be referred to that health center. So I don't think that that is going to be an issue.
All right. Okay. For those who just joined us this morning, we're having a conversation. We're having a conversation with Mrs. Agnes Tekujo, Head Public Affairs of the West African Examinations Council. We're speaking to Mr. Godfred Addo. He's the Head School Examinations Administration Department, and we've been talking about the preparations. Towards mobile control ahead of us. And any normal woman dear go aquamu Sani Ankodano ebitimi actual and so hen. We take a brain Mrs. Tekujo, my main new conversation. Not mean your final comments to students. Any parents are 1 more 18 and pay.
Yes, my final comment is that we want to urge all students they should continue to study hard. They shouldn't be overly anxious. They should obey all the rules. And then when they are able to do everything that is expected of them, they can pass their examinations without cheating. I also want to tell them, because there are times that somebody will come and say that people have been posting on these fraudsters. They say that you can upgrade your results and all that. I just want to say, use your medium to inform members of the public that there is nothing like results upgrade. WAEC does not upgrade results. We cannot give you a result and say you got F in mathematics and then later on tell you to come and pay for a results upgrade. All those things are being done by scammers. Our database is secured, our database is safe, so the results that we have on our database cannot be changed. When you do that, you are paying money to somebody who is swindling you, and then your results will be sent to an institution. And we all know that these days the universities even download the results directly from our website. So they get the results directly from us. That is why most institutions don't even ask you to present your results and all that. So our database is safe. So candidates should go to the examination hall. They should not engage in any more practice. And then we'll also do our best, all that is within our power to ensure that the examination is conducted successfully and candidates will be given the results that they deserve. Thank you very much.
All right. Before you take leave, let me quickly ask this question. It's coming from one of our viewers. He wants to know, you asked for people to apply as invigilators for various institutions. He wants to know whether would you still need them?
I think I'll leave that question to Mr. Ado because he's the one in charge of that. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Ado. Muka chairman for say for one more applications and more offices. Me pacho anyibiano one more de buy no akosi saying na obi so betim de ne de aba.
Yo, me that's it. Say period na the two system no actually. It's selection that we are going to call them. I mean, we are going to contact them. Why are you selecting one? Na one ba near mountain. We'll still use them. But I know when you know they are successful. If you are successful, you have contact them.
Yo, but yadi AC Hanum say no. Mamin bisa we say Mr. Ado, I saw a publication my website.
Yeah.
Examination registration fees now payable with mobile money. Yeah. But you correct me if I'm wrong, but I think some company said they will absorb the registration, or is it registration or examination fees?
Yes.
Clarify that for me.
Yeah.
I just say
private candidates exam, school exams.
And then a private candidates exam
and a government also. Now you have private candidates.
We need a private candidate. Okay. One more via mobile money.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. Very much for you. Yadi and competition is see a hand saying, but your final words to for Muti.
Yo, that must say once more my Saquiniano. Now, as one person can say, parents, any teachers, and now one more fray in Casa. Now, one soon the new guy, Sa Senior Mecano, according to dinner, I will rely on. And no way, sir, to me impossible. Sorry. Now, situation I almost see COVID, and also you know how dangerous it is. Nipa would be yes, wrong. One observe protocol. Na yes, so you better between be a abwa maybe a pepe. You more you wish you on well in the exam.
That's all. And I pay better. I say. Yo, Antagi, and I pay better. I say. Auntie Mrs. Agnes Tekuju and Motin and Cash or your head public affairs and Mr. Godfred Ado one also a year head school examinations administration department you know more edin como FR a year and exams that you know school for one back so GHS and a year SHS you know more din community more at the brain. There were a lot of text messages about most of them were asking for the timetable. Said what time is going to come out, but Mr. Ado Emma who said I need be idea this week there timetable ever out into people must be on standby for that. On that note, you better for I say you better technicians as God in any Mr. Koma Isaac Raymond, thank you very much for holding the fort. Any a telephone you know say and a money at now already Jimmy happy 98.9 FM. Yeah, best also a share your report now.